Namaste, and welcome to Shri Chakradhar Education. This channel is run under the guidance of B.K. Sahni, founder of IGNOUProject.com, helping IGNOU students since 2010. Today's video is the complete overview of the IGNOU project. What it actually is, which programs have one, how many marks it carries, and the 8 stages that take you from choosing a topic to seeing marks on your grade card. Here is what you will learn. First, the real meaning of the IGNOU project and how it differs from assignments and exams. Second, the program-wise project code map. Third, the full 8-stage life cycle. And fourth, honest answers to the judgment questions. Is it compulsory, is it hard, and is it worth it? Let us begin with the direct answer. An IGNOU project is a compulsory research or practical course built into many IGNOU bachelor's, master's, and diploma programs. Instead of writing a printed exam, you select a topic, work under an approved guide, and submit a written project report, usually followed by a Viva Voce. It carries its own course code, its own credits, and its own pass rule. So treat it as a full subject in your program, not as an optional extra. Students often mix up 3 different things: assignments, term-end exams, and the project. Assignments are the TMA coursework you submit for every subject. Theory papers are written in the TEE, the term-end examination held in June and December. The project is a separate credit course, evaluated through a report and a Viva. Passing your theory papers does not pass the project. Each component is cleared separately. This is exactly why some students finish every exam, wait for their degree, and then discover that one pending project course is holding everything back. Do not let that be your story. Plan the project as early as your program allows. Why does IGNOU include a project at all? 3 reasons. It makes you apply theory to a real problem. It builds research and report writing skills that employers and higher study programs value. And it proves you can work independently, which is the heart of distance learning. At a glance, the numbers look like this. Project credits typically range from 4 to 8, depending on the program. Most project courses are evaluated out of 100 marks, split between the report and the Viva, though a few programs use larger totals. And submission windows follow the June and December term-end cycles, which means the project has real deadlines, just like your exams. Since each credit represents roughly 30 hours of study effort, an 8-credit project is a genuinely substantial piece of academic work. Respect it accordingly. Now, the most important myth bust of this video. There is no single universal IGNOU project. The project is always a program-specific course, with its own code, its own guidelines document, and its own rules. The length, the pass percentage, even the submission route change from program to program. So your first task is always to identify your own project course code. And that is exactly what we map next. Section 1. The Program-Wise Project Code Map. Let us start with management. In the IGNOU MBA, the project course is MMPP001, worth 8 credits, one of the heaviest single courses in the entire program. As per the official guidelines, you choose a topic in your specialization area, such as finance, marketing, human resources, or operations. Work under an approved guide, and submit a typed, bound report built on an approved proposal. The final report must stay on the approved title. That single rule prevents a lot of heartbreak later. For IGNOU MCOM, the project course is MCOP001. The pattern is similar. Synopsis first, approval, then the full report on a commerce-related problem. We have dedicated topic and synopsis videos for both MBA and MCOM, where each section of the proposal is taught step by step. Links are in the description. Computer programs carry some of the most searched project codes. In BCA, the project is BCSP064, evaluated for 250 marks in total. 150 for the report and 100 for the Viva. And you must score 50% in each part separately. In MCA, the code depends on your syllabus version, MCSP060 in the older structure, and MCSP232 in the revised structure. Confirm your exact code from your own program guide. In the Master of Library and Information Science, the project is MLIP002, 4 credits, 100 marks, and a higher pass line of 50%. In the MSc Environmental Science program, the dissertation course is MEVP011, 8 credits, 100 marks, with a 70-30 split between the report and the Viva. And the list continues well beyond these. Education, psychology, nutrition, rural development, tourism, social work, and dozens of diploma and PG diploma programs all carry their own project or dissertation codes. The rule stays the same everywhere. One program, one project course, one official guidelines document. If a friend from a different program gives you advice, thank them politely, and then still read your own guidelines, because their rules may not be your rules. So how do you find your exact code? 3 simple steps. 1. Open your official program guide. The project course is listed in the program structure. 2. Download the project guidelines booklet or annexure for that course from the IGNOU website. 3. If anything is unclear, confirm with your regional center or program coordinator before you begin. Section 2. The 8-stage project lifecycle. Here is the full journey on one screen. 8 stages: topic selection, guide selection, synopsis, approval, research and writing, document preparation, submission, and finally the Viva and result. Keep this map in mind. Every rule you will ever read fits into one of these 8 boxes. Stage 1. Topic selection. Choose a topic from your own syllabus or specialization area, one that genuinely interests you and has data you can reach. For ready program-wise topic lists, watch our dedicated IGNOU MBA project topics and MCOM project topics videos. A good topic passes 4 tests. It is specific, not vague. A study of one sector or one city beats a study of everything everywhere. Its data is actually accessible to you through your workplace, your locality, or published sources. It fits the size and word limit of your project course, so you can finish it in months, not years. And it connects clearly to your program or specialization because the evaluator checks that link first. For example, a commerce student might frame a study of digital payment adoption among small retailers. Notice how it names a clear group and a measurable behavior. That is what a workable topic looks like. Stage 2. The project guide. Almost every IGNOU project must be done under an approved supervisor, and eligibility norms differ by program. We have a full video on who can be your IGNOU project guide. Link below. A few guide facts that apply widely. A guide normally supervises a limited number of students at a time. The guide's signed biodata travels with your synopsis, and the university pays the guide a small token honorarium. The exact norms are in your project guidelines. Stage 3. The synopsis, also called the project proposal. It is a short plan of your project. The title, a brief rationale, your objectives, and the methodology you will use. How to actually write each section is covered in depth in our synopsis videos, so here we stay with the process view. The synopsis package usually has 4 items. The pro forma for approval, signed by you and your guide. The synopsis itself. The guide signed biodata, and your enrollment details or identity proof where the program asks for it. Stage 4. Approval. Evaluation of the synopsis typically takes around 1 to 2 months, so submit it well before you actually need to start. The golden rule: do not start writing the full report before your proposal is approved, because the final report must stand on the approved title. If changes are suggested, treat them as free expert feedback, revise, and resubmit. Stage 5. Research and writing. Collect your data, analyze it honestly, and build the report chapter by chapter on the approved synopsis. A typical structure moves from introduction and review through methodology to analysis, findings, and conclusion. This is the longest stage. Give it steady weeks, not one panic weekend, and keep your guide involved throughout. The format at a glance: A4 size pages, typed, properly bound with all certificates in the correct order. For the complete page setup, chapter skeleton, and rule framework, watch our IGNOU Project format video and our IGNOU Project guidelines video, both linked below. Section 3. Submission, Viva, and results. Before submission, 4 documents must be bound inside your report: the approved proposal pro forma in original, the approved synopsis, the guide's biodata, and the originality certificate signed by both you and your guide. A report received without any one of these is returned or rejected. This is the number 1 rejection reason. Stage 6. Submission itself. 2 routes exist. Many programs now submit through the official online project portal of IGNOU. Others still submit offline. And the offline route depends on your program, so never assume one universal address. The complete route-wise walkthrough is in our IGNOU project submission video. On the online portal, 3 rules matter. Incomplete submissions are not evaluated, and they are removed from the portal once the last date passes. Reports sent by email are not accepted at all, and always save your submission confirmation as proof. Deadlines follow the term end cycles, typically the end of May for the June cycle and the end of November for the December cycle, with extensions announced in some sessions. Always confirm the live date for your session on the official IGNOU website before you plan. Stage 7. The Viva Voce. This is a short oral defense of your own work, usually scheduled through your regional center or study center after submission. You are asked about your objectives, your methodology, your findings, and why you made the choices you made. The best preparation is simple. Reread your own report twice, and be ready to explain every chapter in your own words. If the report is genuinely yours, the Viva is conversation, not interrogation. How the marks split. 2 real examples. In BCA, 150 marks for the report and 100 for the Viva. In MEVP 011, 70 for the dissertation and 30 for the Viva. Your own program guide states your exact split. Stage 8. Evaluation and the grade card. Your report is evaluated by university-appointed examiners, and the marks appear on your grade card, usually alongside a term-end result cycle. Evaluation can take from several weeks to a few months, so do not panic at silence. Now the passing rules. Most programs require 40% in the project. Some set the bar higher. MLIS requires 50%, and BCA requires 50% in the report, and the Viva separately. And remember, grace marks are generally not applied to projects. What if you fail or miss the deadline? You submit in the next session. Depending on your program, that may mean a revised report or a fresh proposal and a new cycle. The rules vary, so read your own project guidelines before re-attempting. Section 4. Judgment questions and common mistakes. Is the IGNOU project compulsory? Yes. Wherever your program structure lists a project course, It is as compulsory as any theory paper. Your degree is not completed without it, no matter how good your theory scores are. Is it difficult, and is it worth the effort? Honest answer. The IGNOU project is process-heavy, not impossibly hard. Most failures happen on paperwork and deadlines, not on intelligence. Students who read the guidelines, respect the deadlines, and write original work find it very manageable, including working professionals studying alongside a full-time job. And it is worth it, because it is the one course that turns your study into demonstrable skill. Something you can actually describe in an interview. 4 skills you walk away with: research method, data handling and analysis, structured report writing, and presentation and defense, all 4 directly useful in jobs, promotions, and further study. Now the 7 most common mistakes: starting the report before approval, copying a downloaded project, missing mandatory documents, ignoring the format rules, last-minute submission, weak Viva preparation, and not verifying the current deadline. One warning deserves its own slide. Submitting a downloaded or purchased ready-made project as your own is plagiarism, and IGNOU rejects duplicate work. Samples are for reference and format understanding only. Our IGNOU project. Sample video explains exactly how to use them safely. The golden rule of this whole journey: verify before acting. Dates, fees, and procedures keep changing session to session. The official IGNOU website and your regional center are always the final word. For every stage of this journey, you will find free written guides on ignouproject.com. And if you need personal help with your synopsis or project report, the WhatsApp number is in the description. Finally, quick answers to the questions students search the most. Question 1. How many marks is the IGNOU project? Most project courses are evaluated out of 100 marks, split between report and Viva, while some, like the BCA project, total 250. Question 2. Can I write the project in Hindi? It depends on the program. Several allow English or Hindi, while some, like BCA, are English only, so check your program guide. Question 3. How long does synopsis approval take? Usually around 1 to 2 months, so submit early. Question 4. Can I change my topic after approval? Only through a fresh proposal and reapproval. Avoid it unless truly necessary. Question 5. Is there a project fee? Many programs charge a project or evaluation fee, often paid with the exam form, and the amount varies. Confirm the current fee for your program. Question 6. Where do I check my project marks? On your grade card, once the evaluation is completed. Question 7. Can I do a group project? No. The IGNOU project is individual work in every program, and the originality certificate you sign says exactly that. Question 8. What if my synopsis is rejected? Revise it as per the evaluator's comments and resubmit. Rejection is feedback, not the end of the road, and thousands of students clear approval on the second attempt. Let us recap the whole video in 5 points. Every program has its own project code. Credits typically run from 4 to 8. Evaluation combines the report and a Viva. Deadlines follow the June and December cycles, and the project passes separately from theory. For depth on any single stage, we have a dedicated video. Project topics, synopsis, guidelines, format, project guide, submission, and sample. All links are in the description and the pinned comment. A quick word about this channel. Shri Chakradhar Education is guided by BK Sahni, founder of IGNOUProject.com, supporting IGNOU students since 2010. Everything you heard today is based on official IGNOU documents, and you should still verify the latest rules on the official IGNOU website before acting. If this overview made the IGNOU project finally feel clear, subscribe to Shri Chakradhar Education, share this video with a classmate who is confused about the project, and start your journey today. Best wishes for your project from the entire team at Shri Chakradhar Education.